What are you doing here?
Looking for Luca.
Is he here? Sticking around where you don't belong will be the last thing you do. Capisti?
The Wanderer returns. Where have you been? Nowhere. Been busy.
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
Remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
He died for my father, for his honor. I won't let you do the same.
We have a traitor.
This stays between me and you.
This family, loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
Mafia: The Old Country is an origin story for the Mafia universe, and as such, it's both a step forward and a return to the fundamentals of the franchise. It's a premium experience in the vein of early Mafia games, with a linear narrative set against a stunning, authentic backdrop of 1900 Sicily. Painstakingly created with the utmost authenticity and detail using Unreal Engine 5.
The first step for us was to make sure that we were nailing all of the things that players expect from a Mafia game. The quality of its storytelling, how immersive it is, how authentic it is. Previous Mafia games have been set in big American cities. We've taken the action and we've put our story in rural Sicily, in the place where the Mafia began.
It feels really unique and different, but yet really familiar. Players are really going to enjoy that aspect of it.
Enzo grows up in a sulfur mine. He's one of a bunch of children that are sold to the mine owners at this point in history in Sicily. Their life expectancy is short and they're essentially seen as disposable.
Enzo turns to crime as a means to make something of himself. The odds are stacked against him. So what does he do? He sees an opportunity for himself to gain some status, to gain some respect.
The high stakes of the Mafia life present opportunities for us as storytellers to take players and put players through the ringer, really, in terms of what happens to the character, what happens to them in the game.
You again.
What makes a really compelling gameplay experience is the mix of the high intensity combat, cover play, cover shooting, set by these beautiful cinematics that make what you do in the combat so much more meaningful because you're fighting for something you really believe in.
Authenticity and immersion are key. And so we wanted to take that philosophy from the storytelling and make sure that it was consistent in the gameplay.
Guns, and we wanted the combat to feel like there was a scarcity of resources, so you have to be more tactical in the way that you approach combat. The knife has been an integral part of gameplay. It's a part of Sicilian culture.
It's about the characters, it's about the music, it's about the story, it's about the setting, it's about the vistas, it's about the vehicles, it's everything.
The characters' relationships with each other, the way they behave, is very much influenced by that setting and that cultural difference. It's particularly suited to the Sicilian setting.
We've really been able to push the boat out in terms of sort of the real tiny details on everything.
You know, one of the big ones for me is metahuman. You have characters that have really lifelike expressions, micro details. You know, many times when I'm watching the game, especially on a big screen in 4K, I start to forget that they're characters rendered in an engine. They just look like real characters in a movie. I think that's the level of immersion that we want, and it allows people, I think, to really suspend their disbelief and go along for the ride.
Enzo is beautifully rendered in the game, and I think he's one of the most compelling game characters we've seen for a long time.
The thing I'm most excited about from Mafia: The Old Country is finally getting the game in players' hands.
The story pulls you through really quickly, and at the end, it takes your breath away, and it's one that you're not going to want to spoil for your friends.
The visuals and the storytelling are absolutely next level.
Our setting's completely distinctive. Our story's completely unique. This is a game that you haven't played before. The best crime stories have unforgettable twists, and this game's no exception.
Come forward. All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto, Enzo.
Salute.
Salute.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words.
I swear my loyalty to this family. My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo. Honor, obedience. They set the man apart from the rest. You took care of Messina, but this matter is not yet resolved. Will you help me bring it to a close?
Of course, Dr. Rizzi. You again.
Follow a code of honor. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family? It's a brotherhood. Treachery and deceit do not exist among us. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Mafia. The Old Country is an upcoming third-person, single-player action-adventure game that immerses players in the volatile world of early 1900s Sicily, where power is earned through blood, loyalty, and calculated ambition. The story follows Enzo Favara, a young man determined to escape poverty by climbing the ranks of Don Teresi's criminal empire. As Enzo navigates a brutal world shaped by honor codes and shifting allegiances, players will witness the formative years of organized crime through a tightly woven narrative that explores identity, sacrifice, and survival in a time of societal upheaval. Breaking away from the open world structure of Mafia 3, this entry returns to a more focused, story-driven approach, offering a cinematic experience built around character development and emotional storytelling rather than exploration and side content. Combat in Mafia, the Old Country blends visceral melee action with intense gunplay, utilizing authentic period weaponry including revolvers, bolt-action rifles, and shotguns. Strategic stealth options and interactive environments encourage players to think tactically in how they approach each confrontation. Set primarily in the fictional town of San Celeste, previously seen in Mafia 2, the game's world is brought to life with horseback travel through rugged countryside and the handling of early 20th century vehicles, all tuned to reflect the era's mechanical realism. Developed in Unreal Engine 5, the game features stunning high-fidelity visuals, complete with dynamic lighting, immersive weather systems, and detailed character animations that capture the grit and atmosphere of Sicilian life at the dawn of the century. From the flickering glow of gas lamps on cobblestone streets to the windswept hills beyond town, every inch of the environment is meticulously crafted to evoke the time and place with authenticity and dramatic flair. Facial expressions, voice performances, and cutscenes are tightly integrated into gameplay to blur the lines between action and narrative, enhancing immersion. A strong emphasis is placed on cultural and linguistic authenticity, with full voiceover support in English, French, German, Spanish, Czech, and Russian, alongside in-world use of Sicilian dialects to deepen the regional flavour of dialogue and character interactions. The game will launch in 2 editions, the Standard Edition and the Deluxe Edition, which includes exclusive bonus content such as the Padrino Pack and Gatto Nero Pack, offering themed weapons, unique outfits, vintage vehicles, and digital extras including a richly composed original soundtrack and a digital art book. Pre-orders of either edition include access to the Soldado Pack, granting early in-game items that provide cosmetic and gameplay advantages. Mafia. The Old Country is scheduled for release on August 8th, 2025, and will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC through Steam and Nvidia GeForce Now. Designed as both a fresh entry point for new players and a bold expansion of the franchise's mythos for longtime fans, the game promises a gripping, emotionally resonant experience that explores the dark roots of the Mafia legacy with new depth and cinematic power. Now you can enjoy the screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!